about a bill that was Beavers and Representative Buds. Is that the one you're talking about? Same thing, okay. Anybody else have anything that they would like to say?
He's got a really important goal to support everybody here.
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my name is Steve Mead. I'm an Anderson County Commissioner. I'm here representing State Representative John Reagan from the 33rd District. There's a bunch of bills that you guys are going to be supporting having to do with preventing federal officials or anyone working in their stead enforcing unconstitutional laws against our guns. There are going to be people out there making sure that, yes, we need to do some things about keeping guns out of the hands of criminals, but we also have to make sure that we do not disarm the potential victims. There's a bill, though, that you could easily miss that is important, because if this bill is not passed, none of these other laws, rules, or regulations that you may be supporting will be enforced. In the state of Tennessee, the Attorney General, okay, is elected by the Supreme Court. Okay, he's not elected by the people. He's not put in there by the governor. He is just a person that's picked by the Supreme Court. And think about what governors have been putting Supreme Court justices on our Supreme Court for a long time. So one of the problems is that the Attorney General has the authority to just simply decide not to enforce any law or represent the state in any action against the federal government. And so there is House Bill 0846, House Bill 0846, that creates a Solicitor General that reports to the legislature and will be required to represent the state against the federal government anytime there is a state interest, to protect the state interest or the interest of the citizens of the state. So when they say that it's a 2-year state felony for someone to come and take the guns from your home, it doesn't do any good, okay, if it won't be enforced and you won't be represented. This bill is critical to that. There's also, how many people here think the first Constitution was okay? Okay? How many are familiar with the 17th Amendment of the Constitution that made the U.S. senators elected by public elections? You know that before that, the U.S. Senate supported the states, and the U.S. senators were put in office by the state legislatures. The 17th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution requires that it be done by popular election. However, it doesn't tell us how they get on the ballot. And there's a bill this year that can almost restore to where we were, because the state legislatures will select who goes to be the U.S. Senate candidates. The majority party gets to pick one, the minority party gets to pick one, and any other party that has a single member in the House or the Senate can nominate somebody to be on the ballot. Wow. It basically returns to the states the control of who represents us in the U.S. Senate. It's not going to be who has the most money, who has peddled the most influence, and who has the most money. And John has a very strong 10th Amendment protection bill that will basically say, that's going to be introduced this next week, that will basically say any law, rule, or regulation that violates the U.S. or state constitution of the state of Tennessee is null and void within the state of Tennessee, and it is a felony with up to 2-year jail term to anyone that tries to enforce such law. So be watching for that and make sure you call. Again, for John Reagan, 33rd District, I thank you.